good night's sleep. Listen to KTY News on this powerful new product and how it's made her so happy. Say a word about Relief Factor Sleep, baby.
Okay, I will say, if I don't take it, I'm up at 4. And I love that time with the dogs, but I'd rather be asleep in bed. So when I take Relief Factor, I actually sleep till 6, even 7 o'clock in the morning. I tell you what, I'm a much happier camper.
And you could be too. Get a good night's sleep and wake up in the morning refreshed, not all drowsy from those chemical sleep aids. Find out today why this works, why Katie loves it. Jeff takes this, so do I. Call 1-800-4RELIEF or go to relieffactor.com/sleep. Get a good night's sleep, it's so important. 1-800-473-5433 or go right now, relieffactor.com/sleep.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggie supplements. Changing the world, one life at a time.
Hi, I'm Donna, and I love taking Balance of Nature. It makes me feel sparkly every single day. It's just an amazing product.
I'm Rick. I'm in the best shape of my life. I play a lot of golf. I work out, ride my bike. I'm 63 and I can still almost hit a golf ball 300 yards. And when I'm in the gym, I can do 90-pound dumbbells. That's what I did when I was young. As long as I'm living, I'll keep taking my Balance of Nature.
Blast into your summer with Balance of Nature's summer savings. Go to balanceofnature.com and sign up as a new preferred customer to get 50% off your first set with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. Don't miss out. This offer is only available while supplies last. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this limited time offer by using discount code.
Leg health indicators for heart attack, stroke, and amputation. If you have leg pain or cracks while walking, get checked for peripheral artery disease or PAD. PAD is plaque buildup in mainly the leg arteries. Be sure to ask your physician for an ankle brachial index, also called an ABI. Blood pressure comes to analyze the blood pressure in your legs. If they discover you have arterial plaque that's limiting blood flow to your feet, medicine and a regimented walking program are frontline treatment. If PAD is in its advanced stages, your physician may schedule a surgical intervention. Minimally invasive tools are available to remove plaque and restore blood flow, including Cardiovascular System's Diamondback 360 atherectomy system. This sands away plaque that is a hard calcium. It's important to discuss all options with your physician, and if told you have no options, get a second opinion. Take a stand against amputation. For more information, go to standagainsamputation.com. That's standagainsamputation.com.
Hi, everyone. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions for free. Call now and find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-504-8790. I'm here with spokesman John Wolf. So, John, tell everyone listening who should call right now.
Well, Maria, first off, thank you for having me here. It's always nice to answer the listeners' questions. Now, as far as who should call in, anyone who's been injured in an accident and thinks you deserve compensation, give us a call right now. 800-504-8790. You'll find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, John. You heard it, folks. Take advantage of this opportunity and call now. 800-504-8790.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center, may not be available in all states.
America First with Dr. Sebastian Gorka on 860 AM. The Answer.
After that, the president will hold a press conference. I guess a big boy press conference is what we're calling it, and take some questions from y'all. This week, President Biden will speak to national labor leaders of AFL-CIO, host a NATO summit to show the unprecedented strength of our alliance, hold a press conference, a big boy press conference, according to Justin Singh from Bloomberg.
Because a reporter called it a big boy press conference, should you call... Jeff, what? The White House staff, the press secretary, Carl Kirby, why are they calling it a big... Doesn't that make Biden look like a toddler?
Maybe to get more people to tune in because it's probably going to be his last press conference.
Ooh, you think that's where he completely crashes and burns?
If the reporters start talking to him like they do Trump, firing the questions, Andrew, you'll know it's on.
Oh, right, because he'll get all... either he'll freeze,
Or he'll snap.
he'll do the Juneteenth thing, or he'll just get really angry.
Yeah.
I think you might be right. I think you're right. You might be right. If you want to do your part, support Patriot Mobile, the only conservative Christian cell phone company in the nation. They don't fund Planned Parenthood. They don't give money to organizations that are trying to cancel and censor conservatives. I use Patriot Mobile. They have nationwide coverage, free activation with my name, and they give millions of votes, of course, if you believe it. Like the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Second of Life. Switch today to take nationwide coverage and free activation with my name. Extra discounts for veterans and first responders. Don't fund the left with phone calls. Sweetie, that's crazy. 972-PATRIOT, patriotmobile.com/Gorka. That's 972-728-7468. patriotmobile.com/GORKA. Waiting so patiently in Arizona. Line 1, Dave.
Ultra MAGA, Mr. Creosote Dittos from State 48, sir.
Mr. Creosote? That's a bit rude.
It's an homage to Jerry Nadler, the one that was elected to Congress.
Oh, he's Mr. Creosote. Okay, guys, if you don't know who Mr. Creosote is, look up the meaning of life. There is a similarity to Jerry Nadler and Mr. Creosote. What is your question, or what would you like to share with us today, Dave?
Well, I was honored to speak with Doug Collins while you were heading off to your cruise, and I'm surprised it's been nearly a full 2 weeks. I'm shocked that we don't see the whole of government standing up and demanding, number one, after President Biden took a week off to prepare for a 90-minute debate, which he fell on his face and I knew he would. But after the last 12 days, we know that our enemies across the world, across the spectrum, even the 30 million people the illegal invaders brought in, have guns drawn on us. Why is our government, the rest of the government, other than the executive branch, not standing up and screaming and really pushing the people that need to be pushed to do the 25th Amendment? I think we're at risk. All 330 million.
Dave, but you presuppose the fact that they care about America, Dave.
Well, I never on my Marxist.
You have to care about America. That's why they're not doing anything. Now they're just trying to plot how they maintain control and whether they can do it with the cackler. But I do think that was a rhetorical question. Good to have you back. Thank you, Dave. Let's go to Phil in, Paul in Philadelphia.
Hello, Dr. Gorka.
Hey.
Joe Biden is the Democratic nominee. Joe Biden said he was not going to step down. Now, to piggyback on Dave, if the Democrats do not invoke the 25th Amendment, that will be election interference. Do you agree?
Maybe, but it doesn't really matter because they don't care.
Yeah, I understand, but they try to pull the rug out under Joe, then we need to take this out.
I'm not sure that holds water because there's no condition on when the 25th Amendment is utilized. It doesn't say, it can only be done before a convention or more than 3 months from an election. There's no such stipulation on when the 25th Amendment can be used.
Yeah, but you just now suppressed the will of all those Democratic.
Yeah, I know, but again, the Constitution doesn't stipulate limitations on when the 25th Amendment is used. I get your point in theory, but again, just like Dave, you're presupposing they give it that.
No, I know they don't give it.
Right?
Hey, look, we've had to listen to this nonsense for the past 4 years.
Right.
You know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
I know. I like it. I like it in terms of messaging, but I don't think beyond messaging it does anything more than that. James, Louisville, line 2.
Hello, Dr. Gorka.
Hey.
I'd just like to say that on the messaging front, we need to stop referring to this as the big boy press conference and instead refer to it as the big guy conference. You know, as in the big guy gets 10%. What do you think about that?
Oh, that is the best call so far this week. It's not a big boy press conference on Thursday. It's a big guy. Okay, which would you prefer? Would you prefer the Dementia Joe has got to go t-shirt with Joe licking the ice cream cone, James? Or would you prefer the President Trump outlaw president with his mugshot?
Well, my father just passed away from dementia back in December, and while as funny as it would be, it's a little hard for me to do that on the screen right now. So, the latter.
Oh, or how about this? I still want to give you a choice. I didn't know your personal history. You can choose the outlaw president or the Trump did nothing wrong. Which would you prefer?
I like the outlaw.
Good. All right, so be it. Stay on the line, James. All you require is the size of t-shirt that you need and a mailing address, and it will be sent to you gratis. If you want to pick up any of the America First kit, like the Outlaw t-shirt, like the Dimension Joe has got to go, they're all available along with my book, and most exciting, I haven't even mentioned it, selling like hotcakes. I did not expect it, but it really tickles me that the George of Washington, Dr. G, Liberty Breakfast cigars, we smoked them on our cruise, and they're bloody good. It's also available. I never thought I'd have a box of cigars with my name on it and George Washington on every single box of cigars. Or at sebbookstore.com. That's sebbookstore.com. Get yours today, and we'll squeeze in a few more calls. Don't go anywhere. We're coming to you live from the ReliefFactor.com studios. Why? We're talking about Relief Factor because it works. How do I know that? I know the script to discuss this product because I take it every morning, every evening. When they came to me, they said, I'm not sure about this, but let me give it a try. And I have a lower back pain issue that has plagued me for 9 years, almost a decade. Whatever I did didn't help. Exercise, pain relief, no. I took these 4 little capsules in the morning, 4 little capsules in the evening, and literally 2 weeks, I didn't need the full 3-week trial period. 2 weeks later, the pain disappeared, and I've been pain-free ever since. Now, if you try to relieve yourself of back pain, shoulder, knee, ankle, whatever it is, and fail to do so, you owe it to yourself to find out if this product could be the one. Anything you have to do, 1995. Oh, and the pain, by the way. So, find out if you could be the next success story. Call today. 1-800-4-RELIEF, ReliefFactor.com. That's 1-800-473-5433, ReliefFactor.com, ReliefFactor.com.
Breaking news and weather across the country to insight from the brightest minds of conservative opinion. It's Salem News Channel, home to the biggest shows on TV, like Sebastian Gorka, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, followed by Stacey Washington at 5. Join SNC, where facts are sacred, critical thinking is celebrated, and the pursuit of truth is unwavering. Watch Salem News Channel, free, now on Zumo Play. Learn more at snc.tv/Zumo.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Small business owners, we know finishing your to-do list can feel like rowing upstream, but it's a river, a whitewater river, and the only paddles you have are pool noodles. Then when a new to-do pops up, you're like, nope, I'm already rowing upstream with these pool noodle paddles. At Progressive, we don't want to make your day any harder. That's why we make it easy to get personalized discounts with a commercial auto insurance quote online. So your to-do list is smooth sailing. See if you can save on commercial auto insurance in as little as 7 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverages and discounts not available in all states and subject to policy terms and underwriting.
Hey, it's Jeff from the hit syndicated radio program, The Gunslinger Show. Tune in to The Gunslinger Show Sundays from 7 to 9 p.m. We'll talk about guns and ammo, our amazing gun and collectible auction on September 22nd, super deals on pistols and rifles, and how you can sell your gun gun collections for a huge profit, and much, much more. If you're buying pistols and rifles or selling gun collections, check out our big auction on September 22nd. And listen to the Gunslinger Show Sundays from 7 to 9 p.m. right here on 860 AM. The Answer.
America First with Dr. Sebastian Gorka on 860 AM. The Answer.
The fighting spirit and pride and courage that served the country so well 4 years ago helped Joe Biden win. Will bring the ticket down this time. He just has to step down because he can't win. And my colleagues need to recognize that.
The courage and fortitude that made him win will now bring him down. How does courage and fortitude bring a ticket down? Jeff, who is that? Who is that person?
That's that Democrat from Chicago, Mike Quigley. They always say ridiculous things about Trump.
I don't. What
he used to have these big black wire-rimmed glasses that he wears all the time. I guess he got LASIK.
But what were these people you've never heard of crawl out of the woodwork?
Like your senator, your favorite senator you're talking about today?
Oh, we'll talk about Patty Murray in the next hour. But did they just like give him a bag of cash and say, Quigley, Biden's got to go. Go out there and say something.
There's really only like about 50, I think, congressmen that you really would recognize.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Waiting patiently in Los Angeles wants to talk about what's going on in the swamp this week. Dawn, line 4.
Dr. G, welcome back. Welcome home.
Thank you, buddy. It is good to be back in the saddle.
You've been sorely missed. Riding on the range, Cowboy Gorka. Two-gun Gorka. I love it. You know, I was so impressed by Rebecca Knopfler's interview. After I heard her on your show, I got her book. It's marvelous. And it's very frustrating. This is like watching a replay of Jimmy Carter trying to deal with the Soviet Union and Ronald Reagan taking over. It's the contrast couldn't be more stark. I was going to talk about something else, but something struck me. I saw this article in the Epic Times about the problems they're having with Ford-class carriers. All this discrete bang technology that doesn't work. And then I'm thinking about the Zimmel's cruiser that can't stay afloat, the F-35 that can't get off they're building all this technology, spending all this money without using proven stinking designs that work. Yeah. It's designed to kill the enemy. Yeah. It's so frustrating. Let's build more Nimitzes, less Fords. Let's build planes that work, ships that work. It's just fair.
But hang on. But you'd have to take all that money away from the pronoun classes and the diversity lectures, Don.
I know, they got to make sacrifices.
I mean, priorities, right? You got to have the they, them, their lectures.
Yeah, well, the good thing, and Biden in Ukraine is like he's trying to fight a war with a foot on the brake and the gas at the same time.
Bingo, you nailed it, absolutely, and that's because he's afraid of Putin, and also he doesn't know what he's doing. We will break that down with our good friend Lord Conrad Black next. Thank you, Don. It's been a while. Great to talk to you again. The number here, 833-33-GORKA. Don't forget, if you miss the third hour, subscribe to the podcast on the platform of your choice. Leave us a 5-star review. Share the links with your friends. We're going to have a super third hour today, analyzing the insanity of the last few weeks here in America. So don't miss it.
There's a particular time of life this phrase couldn't be more appropriate. How can you know you'll live the retirement you've always imagined? After all, life can be so unpredictable. You work hard and save, watch your accounts go up and down with the market. Your advisor says, don't worry, you'll be fine. But you still don't feel confident. Eric Hekman at Hekman Financial has a checklist to help you find out if you're on the right track for retirement. Take his checklist challenge. If you can check all the boxes with confidence, you may be ready for retirement. If not, Eric can help you address any potential costly mistakes. To get Eric Hekman at Hekman Financial's complimentary checklist, call or text LIST to 800-454-1184. See if you got it right. Take the checklist challenge today. Call or text LIST to 800-454-1184. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered through Hekman Financial and Insurance Services, Inc. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
860 AM, The Answer. KTRP, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose. Radio home of the Oakland Ballers. Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm John Scott. There's no escaping the heat for about 160 million people in America.
The heat wave across the country continues with triple-digit temperatures in the west, triple-digit heat indices in the east, and roughly everything in between also baking, says National Weather Service meteorologist Brian Jackson.
There's the large heat dome out west. There's a trough in the middle. That's what drew Beryl up through the center of the country. And then there's another ridge over the east coast.
Death Valley, known for its heat, was 129 Monday. That's not even the all-time record, and it's attracting tourists like Drew Bell.
You can feel it in your eyes.
I'm Julie Walker.
Officials say a wide recovery effort is underway after Hurricane Beryl left millions still without power as temperatures are soaring in Texas. President Biden approved a major disaster declaration for the state. Over 1 million people still have no power in the Houston area. Also at townhall.com, Republican Senator J.D. Vance says it would be totally reasonable for Donald Trump to investigate Joe Biden's actions in office, should the former president be re-elected in November.
Senator Vance says Trump's position amounts to saying, as he puts it, look, let's do the basic work of investigating wrongdoing. He also told NBC Speak the Press it's President Biden who has weaponized the Justice Department, calling his numerous probes against Donald Trump, quote, a massive threat to our system of law and government. Vance is on a short list of likely Trump vice presidential nominees. Biden report.
Nikki Haley releasing to the delegates says she won during this year's Republican primary, so they're ready to support Donald Trump in next week's convention. Haley opting to release 97 delegates. The Dow is down 62 points, the Nasdaq gained 25. More at townhall.com. Anyone with everyday pain, I've got a question. What are you missing out on? Probably a lot. So let me tell you about Relief Factor. Relief Factor is a drug-free daily supplement that helps your body fight pain naturally. It doesn't just mask pain, it helps reduce or even eliminate it. In about 3 weeks, you'll discover what it's like to feel better. Go to relieffactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF and save on your first order. That's 1-800, the number 4-RELIEF.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Your cousin isn't a good storyteller.
She was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist? You know something. I can't remember.
But she owns an RV tested by progressives, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
A giant in Oklahoma politics. Congressional Leadership Fund, that's House GOP Super PAC, and its sister group, American Action Network, raising $58 million over the past 3 months.
Of that total, $46.4 million comes from CLF, which is the largest second quarter in the group's history. Together, CLF and AAN have raised $200 million to date since the start of 2023. CLF has close ties to Speaker Mike Johnson and is the biggest spender in congressional races for the GOP. The two GOP groups beat their Democratic counterparts last quarter. House Majority PAC and its allied House Majority Forward raised $51 million. CLF's latest campaign finance report, which will cover activity from April 1st to June 30th, is due to the Federal Election Commission on July 15th. Bernie Bennett in Washington.
Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. Red inflation remains a pressure point for small businesses. The Bank of America Institute found that average monthly rent payment growth for the bank's small business clients rose 12% year over year in May. The rent payments per client closely track the non-residential real estate rents component of the Producer Price Index. The index suggests increases are largely due to inflation rather than small businesses upgrading to bigger or better space. Correspondent Jeremy House, Bank of America says aging wage